Hey everybody, this is Andy. I'm seeing a lot of these Gimme 10 videos for soundtracks going around, and a lot of them are different. I've seen Beth at B-Sides do one, and I've seen some other people do them with different variations. So I'm just going to do this one all on my own. This is going to be a completely new thread, or however you want to call it. But what I'm doing is a Gimme 10 fantasy film soundtracks. So, and at the end, I will give me 3 want list soundtrack albums, because there's 3 that I do want and need. So if anybody can point me in the direction to find these, I would really appreciate it. But first and foremost, let's go through the top 10 list. These may be in alphabetical order. I don't know. First, we've got Battlestar Galactica, 1978. This is composed by Stu Phillips. If you're as old as I am, I know you remember this show and how great it was, how fun it was to watch every week with the Cylons, and it was just good stuff. Next up, 1978, The Black Hole, Walt Disney movie. John Barry does the soundtrack for this. This was a really cool film too. Haven't seen it in forever. The Black Hole. Next is one of my favorite movies growing up. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Clash of the Titans. This is 1981. And Leonard Rosenthal does the soundtrack to this, and his name's going to pop up again here in a little bit. So, Clash of the Titans, great album, great movie. Next up is 1982, Conan the Barbarian soundtrack. Of course, you know that this had to be on the list. Huge Conan fan. Got Conan sitting over here on the shelf. Got Conan the Barbarian #1 first appearance up there on the wall. Conan. This is a Basil Polidorus. I'm saying that correctly. This is one of those soundtracks that I like to put on when we play D&D. It's very inspirational. Gives you just a good vibe when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. One of probably my second favorite B-grade D&D movie, D&D subject matter type movie. From 1980, Hawk the Slayer. Love this movie. Jack Palance plays the villain. Music by Harry Robertson. This album is considered, did I say the year on this? 1980. The musical score on this has a lot of synth, and it's considered to be the first dungeon synth type album by the soundtrack. You can look it up. I've got the CD of this where it goes into more detail about it, but I'm sure you can go online, read up on this, but this is a great album. See, 1986, Labyrinth, Trevor Jones. Again, his name's going to pop up a few more times on this list. Trevor Jones, heavily influential in the 80s fantasy soundtracks. You've got David Bowie singing on the majority of these songs, and this is just a fun movie and a fun album. Next up, I got a gatefold, so I'm gonna take this one out of the thing here. From 1978, Lord of the Rings, the animated movie. Remember that? This again is Leonard Rosenthal, Ralph Bakshi animation, great movie. And I'm going to follow that up with 2001's Lord of the Rings movie soundtrack. Howard Shore did this one. Don't have it on vinyl, but the CD suffices for now until I can track a copy down. Up next, number 9. Yeah. The Sword and the Sorcerer, my favorite fantasy movie, I would say, probably. I love this one. Let's see. This is from 1982. And the soundtrack on this, let me take my glasses off so I can see. Oh, David Whitaker does the score on this one. Love this movie. And then last but not least on the top 10 is from 1978. Is the Watership Down soundtrack. What we're currently listening to in the background, if you can hear it. Another great animated film. The score on this is by Angela Morley and Mark Williamson, I believe. Malcolm Williamson. Great soundtrack. And that's a 10. It's a gimme 10. Fantasy movies that I love and enjoy. There's 3 soundtracks that I would love to be able to track down if I can find them for a decent price. They're always way too expensive in my mind because I'm cheap. But number 1, well, I'll say number 3. I'm gonna go in ascending order. I don't know. Number 3, Dark Crystal, 1982. Trevor Jones. I would love to have that on vinyl. Next is 1985. Legend, Tangerine Dream, did the soundtrack on that. Another film that I grew up loving and enjoying. And the number one GRAIL, the number one soundtrack GRAIL on my list that I can never find anywhere, and that's 1981, Excalibur, one of the first medieval movies that I can remember that I watched and enjoyed and thought, yeah, I love that. Excalibur is Trevor Jones once again. So yeah, if any of y'all can point me in the direction of that one, it would be great. So anyway, just wanted to share those. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to make one of your own, please tag me below in the comments so that I can check it out and comment. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.